What is good? All right, guys. So I've been fingerboarding for about 6 months now. And I feel like, based on other things that I've heard from other fingerboarders and other content creators in the space, that first year can seem overwhelming. And like, I'm the type, I dive head first into things very quickly, research as I'm going type of person. So in something where there's so much going on, just the day-to-day side, like drops can happen, resales happening, new upcoming products are being announced. Like, it's a lot to someone new to it or someone from the outside looking in. And I guess I kind of wanted to just dump the way I'm feeling about it out and see if you guys agree with me, see what maybe helped you navigate your first year in fingerboarding. But I've got a lot of questions, and I've also got a lot of thoughts on, the things I've experienced so far. For me, those first 6 months, I really was trying to dial in what setup made the most sense for me, my skill set, my writing style, lines that I was likely going to put together when I got to the skill set I was deeming necessary before attempting, which is like total BS, by the way. Do what feels right, because at the end of the day, all of this is for fun. So like, I overanalyze things I should have never cared about. At the end of the day, I am playing with a toy that brings me great joy. That's it. That's all that this is. Those first 6 months were very, very important because I needed to find something that would really amplify the skill set that I was working with. I've come across some really great boards and companies in the process. So let's start with decks, right? Some of my favorite boards since starting. Stoops, hands down, this stoop setup, I've put different wheels, trucks, all kinds of things. This Stoops board is by far one of my favorites. I really, really love everything about this. If you guys aren't hip to Stoops, go check them out. But I'd say kicks are pretty medium, concave medium. I mean, this is the ideal board for me. Now, I have ridden some decks that have super high kicks and crazy concave, like Rotten to the Gore, and Cody hooked me up with 2 custom decks over at COD FB. And although I like more mellow boards, interestingly enough, I'm incredibly strategic and like surgical in a way on those setups. So I think what I'm going to continue to do, against everyone's advice, because what most people have been saying is find a mold that you're good with or find a setup you're good with, and then every deck thereafter should be that. Just focus on getting good at that, which I hear you, right? I totally understand. But the ADHD in my brain tells me consume it all and learn as you go. So I'm going to continue learning on the decks that I have, all different sizes, all different styles, because here's something else I've learned. Unlike skating, how you approach tricks in fingerboarding is totally different. With skating, I always focused on the pop, right? A quick, snappy pop was going to set you up for the back half of your trick to go smooth, whether you're throwing a kick, a heel, a shove, a fucking tray flip, whatever it is. A quick, snappy pop was going to likely set it up so that all you had to focus on was whatever you were throwing out afterwards. Where with fingerboarding, a lot of my buddies, like in person, give me a lot of crap for, they're like, dude, all you do is just pop, pop, pop. And I've realized they've had different approaches. Mind you, the 2 guys I spend the most time with, like in-person fingerboarding, never skated in real life. Not like it matters, but their approach is different than my approach, where like, if I'm coming up to this, right, it's going to be a heavy pop, and I'm almost going to pop out as well, to like roll out of my grind. Where with them, I've noticed like one of my buddies in particular heavily relies on the pressure, the pressure between the pockets of the board to get his board up, and then throwing tricks almost in the air, like a late flip approach. And then I've got another buddy who heavily relies on the stickiness of the grip tape to, get his board up. Here's the facts. Both of them are incredibly good, especially in comparison to me. So like, I don't think it matters that they don't have background in skate experience. I just think our approaches are much different. So my question, just to know I'm not tripping out or bugging here, you set up fingerboard tricks multiple ways. Like, let's just say, for example, how someone approaches a kickflip might be totally different than how someone else does, correct? Because I feel like if you put me and my two buddies in front of a camera and we all were told to do a kickflip or a heel flip or whatever, we would all do them differently. But we still can do them, if that makes sense. So it's just strange to me, right? I do think that is like the main thing I've had to kind of wrap my head around is like, you can take tips and tricks, but unless you skate similar to this person, a lot of that information is like not going to register. So there's that. I've also learned the more time I spend on two fingers, just getting used to throwing tricks and putting things together, the better I get, say in skating fakie or even attempting to skate switch with, like right now, it's nowhere near where it should be, but I'm so much further than when I started that like, as I spend more time, eventually I'm going to be like, oh yeah, if throw a switch ollie, sure. So those things like I'm noticing as I get more time and more reps in and really just practicing, tricks are coming a lot more natural to me as they do in skating, right? So that part makes sense. I think brand recognition has also been something that's taken me by surprise. As a kid, if you're not just incredibly skilled when it comes to skating, your chances of being sponsored, even by your local shop, are slim to none. And where with this, like just bringing good energy and good vibes, brands appreciate that. And just bringing like content to fingerboarding, brands really rock with that, And I guess that's where it's like all publicity is good publicity, in the sense of like, you don't have to be a rock star fingerboarder for brands to appreciate you, to show you love, to share your content, or to send you care packages. I mean, some of the biggest brands in fingerboarding have interacted with my videos, direct messaged me. I mean, so many cool things have happened just because I'm putting out consistent fingerboard content. I mean, it blew me away, right? It reminded me of what it was like to be a kid, putting together some terrible, like D quality sponsor me tapes with my buddies when none of us knew what we were doing, right? But like, it reminds me of chasing that sponsorship dream. Overall, I think the content that I primarily focus on are the differences between brands, unboxing their items, seeing the differences in molds and in obstacles. Like, I really enjoy that. I'm going to always continue doing that. But just looking around, right? Like right now I'm in my garage. I don't know how I'm going to keep collecting this stuff. I'm going to have to start like giving some of this away. There might come a day where I'm doing, spring cleaning and I'm like, I have to get rid of this park, this obstacle, this, and this, because it's just too much. So keep an eye on that. Make sure you're following the Instagram, because I'm almost positive that's where I would post it. But yeah, I've got my buddy Dalton's motorcycle in here. His Harley's in here. My Street Glide's in winter storage, but it's going to be in here soon. Right now, I've got the workbench set up to skate. I've got a desk that is a full-blown skate park. And then I've got another concrete park that's like 65% done. Weird number. It's just a lot. And that's just inside. I've got my Islander ramps and all kinds of other stuff inside the house. It's going to become overwhelming. It's a lot to ask. My daughter thinks it's amazing. Dad's got cool toys everywhere. But for my fiance, like, it's probably a bit overwhelming seeing all this stuff all the time. I've got some really, really big announcements coming up. By the time Fingerboard Con 3 is here, me and my buddy Mondo are going to be super excited to announce some things to you guys. But if you're going to Fingerboard Con, it is very, very, very important that if you're rocking with the content, you come tap in with me there. I'm going to have some cool stuff that I'm giving away. I'm going to be doing some really cool content, and I would love to have your guys' help with it. So if you know you're going to be there and you want to set up some time to link up, by all means, tap in with me now. If not, no. Like, camera will be rolling all 3 days of Fingerboard Con. I would love for you guys to say what's up, make an appearance on one of the daily vlogs. I love that stuff. So here's what we decided. I am probably... Oh, shit. Speaking of big brands, Bone Shard just hit me up. Hell yes. Bone Shard is a real one. Dude, your content kicks ass. I love the questions you ask. Hell yeah, dog. Shout out to Bone Shard. I love the Shorties style deck that he made. Man, if you guys aren't following Bone Shard, show him some love. Let's go. All right, so... I forgot what I was talking about though. Oh, Fingerboard Con. So me and my homeboy, we're going to be driving there because there's no telling what we're bringing with us, like obstacle wise, setup wise, that we might want to give away and or sell. But we're also going to be bringing stuff back. That's almost a guarantee. So I'm pulling up. I'll be there every single day, and I'm going to stay until the very last minute. Let me know down below if that's what you guys are doing as well. The last thing I've really enjoyed throughout these last 6 months of my fingerboard journey is all of the DIY stuff. I mean, as I said, I made a giant stair set. I mean, the stair set itself is like a 4 or 5 stair, but it's huge in width. So that was super fun to make, to paint, to like put those finishing details on. That was incredibly fun. And now I've got a concrete park that me and my fiance did as a gift to me for my 30th birthday that I had earlier this month. That has been totally amazing. I think the giveaways have been great as well. Shout out to all the companies that were just so supportive of my giveaways. The wheel companies, the obstacle companies. I mean, you guys have really made me want to keep going. But the viewers, like you guys who are actually participating, I can't thank you enough. It has solidified my channel as like a talking point of this community. Even if it's just like, hey, when's the giveaway? What can we watch it live? What's the next one going to be? Like, just the fact that people are talking about it is impressive to me. I'm incredibly grateful for all of you guys. I have some long form content coming very soon. If you guys have anything else, let me know in the comments below, and let me know what content you guys want to see next. I'll see you next time. Peace.